a lot has changed. When I say a lot has changed, gosh, where do I begin? Well, I am over halfway through with my second pregnancy. It's not that it was hush-hush. I actually intended to document the entire thing. And then instead, I completely just disappeared and put my head down. I needed to get my head straight for a ton of different reasons, right? I'm headed to the gym. That part has not changed. Obviously, I can't lift with ego. If I do, then I have to take a serious rest day or two. Being pregnant is such a beautiful gift. I'm so excited. My son is excited to be a big brother, planning for a wedding, all of these things. When it comes to business and working on, closing out, I've closed out, 2 years of being an entrepreneur. Wow. Being an entrepreneur for 2 years now has changed everything for me. The goal is always to travel. What's success? What is freedom? The biggest thing for me is redefining what freedom is. I put my head down to figure out what does truly being free look like. And a lot of that was being home more often. I thought traveling was going to be so cool, and I've had a great experience. So what is freedom? What is the goal? What are we doing? Why did you disappear? Well, there was a lot of things I had to get into order. Not just expecting a baby, I'm planning for a wedding. I'm wanting to be home more. I was traveling so much, and even if it's a few days here and a few days there, it's still time away from my people, and I'm not traveling with them. No, I've been a single parent doing all these things, and now it's I've fallen in love. The vision is different and freedom is different. What I've noticed in the pattern in my life, and I hope this hits the feed of the people that need to see it or hear it, see it, whatever, both, is that freedom is looking incredibly different each year. I am taking different steps, taking different risks, and making different choices every year that is moving the needle closer to what the life I'm trying to create actually looks like. And what maybe used to look like fancy cars and big mansions, big house and all this stuff. Yes, I still want a house and some land, but things look different in the way of, income. What do certain things cost me in life? And what I mean by that is more of the mental, spiritual, emotional cost. So I recently completed a contract with one of my bigger clients from the last 2 years, and I had to. It was mentally draining me, emotionally draining me. I was under the guise and the illusion that I'm working from home, which I physically was for the most part, but I wasn't home when I was there, if that makes sense. The work would follow with me. There was always something urgent on the weekend. I wasn't getting paid enough to make it worth it, but also even if I was, it just wouldn't be worth it. It was taking so much out of me physically and mentally. And, my fiance noticed it, and it's just, when we talked about it multiple times. And so I came to the decision that it was time to part ways. Thank you for all you taught me. And here we are. So the reason I share that is that life is going to continue to look different. I'm going to continue to take these steps because as an entrepreneur, the last thing you want to do is cut off any kind of income, right? I'm still good. I got clients, but now I'm choosing clients and things that are local, one, but two, choosing things around my life, not what, fits into whatever puzzle piece or box. The question is no longer what does this make me, is what does this cost me? Because the dollars will come. The dollars will continue to come. What will not be there forever is your family, are these memories, are, the growing pains, having children. I'm so excited for this second baby. All of us are, the family dynamic to change. But with that in mind and with her coming, it is a girl, my life needs to be in order. I need to be home. I am not as soon as I'm off, maternity leave, I'm going to start traveling again. No, I'm going to be home with my family. And another big thing is I'm bringing my son home. And what I mean, because he does live with me, is that I'll be homeschooling in the fall, which is a very new thing that I never thought would even be an option. It's actually becoming more common. I've had a lot of conversations. We have neighbors who have been homeschooling for years and years, And it just doesn't seem to be as taboo, which it's crazy that it even was taboo, at least how when I grew up, it was like, oh, those are the weird socially whatever, which I completely don't agree with anymore. I mean, I had friends that were homeschooled growing up, and it's just incredible to be on the other side of it. Like, I have the opportunity to have my kids with me all day at home and teach them the life skills that they need, whether it be finances, whether, you know, it's business ownership and interviewing business owners. Since I work with business owners all of the time on the creative side, I am a business owner, but there's just so much to teach our kids that isn't being taught in school, you know? My son is really excited. This was actually his idea, and I just leaned into it and really started looking into it and researching and figuring out what we have to do. And in Texas, it's a great place to homeschool your kids. And whether that means he goes back to school in high school, that's cool. Like public school, awesome, because he does do sports. And the thing is, I don't have to take him out of sports. He plays on leagues. So these private leagues that he can go to, continue to do his sports and work with his teams, get that social interaction, but also get that fitness. And plus, with fitness being such a big part of my life, my postpartum journey is now going to be alongside both my children and my fiance, of course, as well. But it's exciting, conditioning with my son for football, working out on the track, having the baby in the stroller. Like, I mean, it's not going anywhere. I'm excited to get back to some serious hybrid training. Training has been very different for me. I've been lifting a lot and walking more than running. So I will have to get back to my running and getting into that shape again. But I've been really enjoying the pregnancy period, and with my body changing and being in my 30s, I was in my, early 20s with my son, really taking things day by day and really trying to enjoy every single second of what this journey is. All right, I just got finished with an awesome quad day. And yes, I will be bringing the camera back to the gym to show you some of these workouts, especially for those of you who think that you can't work out hard when you're pregnant. There's just so much going on right now, and I felt like that bitch today. And it took a little bit to get to this point, because especially since being pregnant in my early 20s, bouncing back within like 5 months, and I was like super skinny. I didn't put on a lot of muscle till later when I started competing, but there's a lot of body dysmorphia when you're in the competition world. And I know I've talked about this previously if you're not new here. So I'm kind of like, I'm at that phase now where I'm like, the bump is out in the gym. This is the first time I trained with the bump out, and show a little bit, see, little skinnage. It can be difficult. It's hard to see yourself in different sizes, especially when it's been years, like 9 years. When I have this baby girl, it'll have been 9 years since I gave birth to my son, and that's insane. I'm happy for the gap. I'm happy and blessed to be able to carry. I love carrying. I would have a million kids if I could. This might not even be the last in my future, but TMI. The thing is, like, love yourself where you're at. I'm finally getting back to that point. I'm just knowing, like, okay, I don't look fluffy or fat anymore. I actually like am feeling beautiful and pregnant. I'm feeling the kicks, all the good things. Just enjoy every little part of your journey, your individual journey, whether you're pregnant or not, or thinking about it. It's freaking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. There have been a lot of transformative points and moments in my life, but becoming an entrepreneur and gaining that first step of freedom from just what was instilled on me as, just the American dream, or this is like just what you do. You go to college, in my case, I went to college, served in the Army, and then just went to corporate America, right? You just get a job, you put your head down, and you just like do that until you're super old, right? And then you get to enjoy your life. At the end of that, you get to enjoy your life. And I just refuse to believe that was, universal for everybody. A lot of things are over romanticized or fake on the internet as well. I get that in social media, but it is possible. It showed the possibility, at least when I, began this journey in 2020 and started building a personal brand, started gaining different skills outside of it. And now I operate a camera. I work with such amazing people, and I've just made so many incredible friends over the years that I just know what's possible. I have these conversations, I ask the questions, and I'm now living something that I never thought would have been possible for someone like me. At the end of the day, the worst choice, in my opinion, that you can make is just never making choices, not questioning what could lie on the other side of the sphere you have, or what if, what if you decided to leave your job? What if you got your finances in order? What if you lived minimally for a year so that you could leave and do the thing that you're passionate about? What if you were able to stay home with your kids all of the time and still make income? Because to me, it's very important to also make my own money. When I homeschool, when I have my newborn, yes, it's going to be a little difficult to do some of the things, but I'm still going to be running my business. There's still a lot I can do from here that I can do during breaks, but my son's not going to be stuck in, essentially jail for kids. Again, that's my own opinion. Eating horrible food. He loves the lunch food too, and that's just like a side note, but I'm like, dude, we can't be doing this. Yeah, I just get to get this quality time back with my son, with the new baby, all of us bonding together with, my soon-to-be husband. It's going to be great. I am very excited. It's going to be challenging too. That's the thing. Not everything is like beautiful and dreamy and going to be perfect every single day. I'm not coming back to seek perfection or let you know that I've perfected something. This is me documenting the journey of what exactly is going to happen from now until, baby's born, and even after that, getting back into shape in my 30s, as opposed to being in my young mid-20s when I had my son. It's very different. Still very exciting. I like having that thing to work towards. So we'll see what's in the works there, but I'm happy to be back. I hope this hits the feed, like I said, of somebody who needed to hear it. There's going to be choices every single day. The worst one you can do is not make a choice at all. With all of the choices in the world, don't make the choice of not allowing yourself to evolve or to change or to step outside of what feels really comfortable. And I've talked about this in the Discipline Diaries before. Comfort literally kills. Regret is not a fun thing, and I just don't want to live my life wondering, what if I homeschooled? What if I got more time with my son? Because I get sad when he's at a sleepover or gone for like 5 minutes. Even when he's at school, like now, it bothers me. So I just know that where my heart is at is bringing everyone home. Let's be together. Let's do life. You only have so much time on this planet. Do what makes you happy. Because the thing is, once you understand and you determine and you put in black and white in your brain or on a piece of paper what freedom is for you, it's non-negotiable. And the steps to get there should be non-negotiable as well. And for me, that's going to be family and fitness and my finances, right? So of course, business, body, and my babies. Well, and my fiance, of course. But that's what's important to me. So I encourage you, and put it down in the comments as well. What does freedom look like for you?